I think for me, that is my biggest admiration of Mayur. And been following Mayur and Focus other than being a client coming for your frames much before I knew you as an art-related person. It's been wonderful. And so I was thinking, like Anchal is going to talk about herself. I generally think women are more expressive in terms of, talking like this. Mayur is more reluctant. He does so much, but it's wonderful. So I was asking him, how long does he work? So from morning to evening, all 6 days of the week, he says focus is his focus. And there were some wonderful things that after my conversation. So there were years of knowing him, watching him, and yesterday, in spite of it, I think we spent some 3 hours. And me coming from a Gujarati, business community, they're known for that. How has this artistic journey been for you? Because I think you're not just a selling man. I think you are very creative from the way you planned the space.
It was just a passion that I had, and then when we started framing, when I started interacting with artists, and then I saw a lot of amazing stuff happening. So that's what really brought me to this business. And that's how I slowly grew to this. That's it. From a small 400 square feet store to a 20,000 square feet gallery.
So at this point, I've already, most times when I interview people, I know what we're going to talk about. This whole thing we spoke about 45 minutes. And this man spoke about it for just 4 seconds now, I think. So it's my duty to present it again. So from a small shop of 400 square feet, it is today 20,000 square feet. And it's wonderful the way he's planned it. I think you should all walk back. If you notice, he was even talking about how everything is movable in your gallery. So working around that space takes a lot of spatial designing abilities, which is a very creative thing. And anybody who says, like my husband says, chartered accountant, I know business end of it only. But I think, no, there is, even in running business, there's so much of aesthetics involved. And like Nina said, aesthetics in the way you dress and everything. So I was just asking him his background. So again, I'm going to do this question answer. So what did you study, Mayur?
Just a graduate in corporate secretaryship.
Yeah, and from that, he was telling me how in '84, I think his father had, it is very interesting, and you were saying his father is not here. 1971, I think Mayur was 1 year old then, or just born. His father had started a photocopy, they had imported 2 machines and started Xerox machines. And that came from the whole thing that he could not easily find a Xeroxing place then. So, and he calls his father, he's a very innovative dad, he said. It's a proud moment for a parent to hear that from a child, right? So Mayur is about a few months younger to me, almost a year younger to me, I just found yesterday. So 71, they buy these 2 Xerox machines in Chennai and start a business. And then I think it was in '84, when he was 14-year-old young boy, that his father was majorly taken up with photography, and you know Kodak, right? They were collection agents, and from that they got into photographs. And I think in 91, 71 Xerox, 91, a simple framing shop they started. And in 96, they got into professional framing. When I got to know Mayur, I only knew him as that shop which does, even I remember Nina and I were talking about the framing is fantastic there and all those days. So 71, 84, 91, 96. When did you get into active business?
96.
96. So, you must tell us about why you think youngsters should take up family businesses.
And I think they had a branch in Montes Road somewhere. It was a very quaint one with a wooden staircase and things like that. So there were many times I would walk up the wooden staircase, look at the works of art and just look around, because at that time there was not much money to buy art for me. And the first, I remember going to driving for breakfast with my husband one day, and then I said, Vijay, let's go to this art gallery, and I took him to the one next to Taj. And as soon as we walked in, we saw an Aziz painting. I didn't know that Aziz was going to be very big afterwards. And that whole month's income for me, which was about 1500 rupees, I went and picked up that work of art. And that was my first buy for my home at that time. That is when my collection of art started. Later on, I moved into Apollo Gallery and then picked up, I would just walk in and depending on my mood, I would pick up the paintings. And it was not jewelry or anything that I would buy, it would only be works of art. And today I'm happy to say that I did not have an eye for or the market price for it, but whatever appealed to my eye, I would just pick it up. There were a couple of arakal that were hanging on the wall when I walked in once, and I think I paid about a few thousand for it, and everyone says today that they're worth lakhs, so there you are. So maybe I had invested right. Coming back to, on a very personal level, I think art is just an expression, isn't it? It's how you dress, it's how you drape your sari like this, and it's how you do your makeup, and it is how you write, how you sing. And I think today it's all about taking selfies also. That itself is a match, isn't it? Naina will agree on that. I wanted to formalize this love of art into a more like a business-like venture. Like I've always turned most of my passions into business because I think there's more reach for people when you do that. So that's how Art and Soul was born. Remember Shailaja?
Welcome to the launch of Tales of Hannu the Monkey God, Hanuman Chalisa for children at the beautiful Focus Art Gallery. It's a picture book of the Hanuman Chalisa with simple translations, illustrations, stories and activities for children. Come, let's introduce mythology in a fun way. There's Batman, there's Superman, so why not Hannu, the superhero god who can do so many things. Let's introduce mythology to our children. Thank you.
நவராத்திரி கொண்டாடுறோம், பெண்களோட சக்தியை பற்றி பேசுகிறோம், துர்கை, தாய்மையை பற்றி பேசுகிறோம், பெண்களோட பல அம்சங்களை பற்றி பேசுகிறோம். எனக்கு என் ஃப்ரெண்டு அனு அகர்வாலோட பொண்ணு ஆஞ்சல் அகர்வால் கல்யாணம் பண்ணிட்டு மெட்ராஸ்லேருந்து போன ஒரு நார்த் இந்தியன் பொண்ணு. குஜராத் சைடில் எங்கேயோ வாழ்ந்துட்டு அப்புறம் மும்பைக்கும் வந்தா. அதுக்கு முன்னாடி அவள் ஹனிமூன் போனப்போ கூட சில பெயிண்டிங்ஸ் எல்லாம் பண்ணினா, அதை நான் பார்த்துருக்கேன். அது ஒரு யூரோப்பியன் ஸ்டைல் பெயிண்டிங். எனக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிச்ச விஷயம் இப்போ ஆஞ்சல் பண்ணதில் என்னென்னா, தொப்பக்குள்ள இன்னொரு குட்டி பாப்பாவை வச்சுக்கிட்டு இந்த புஸ்தகத்தை 3 வருஷம் அவள் எடுத்திருக்கா இது பண்ணுறதுக்கு. விச் மீன்ஸ் அவள் இதை யோசிக்க தொடங்கினது முதல் குழந்தை 3.5 வயசுன்னு சொன்னோம்ல, அந்த முதல் குழந்தை வயதில் இருக்கிறப்பவே யோசிக்க தொடங்கியிருக்கா. ஸோ பெண்களுக்கு ஒரு கிரியேட்டிவ் இன்ஸ்டிங்க்ட் இருந்துச்சுன்னா, ஒரு அழகத்துவம், ஒரு கலை தெரிஞ்சுதுன்னா, அந்த கலையை தாய்மையோடு அவள் எப்படி கொண்டு வந்தாங்கிறது எனக்கு ரொம்ப இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்காக இருந்தது. குழந்தைய பார்த்துக்கணும், வெளியில் வேலைக்கு போக முடியாது, வீட்டில் இருக்கிறப்போ நான் குழந்தைக்கு சொல்கிற அந்த கதையை குழந்தை மாதிரி ஒரு நல்ல விஷயத்த சொல்கிறதுக்கு இதுக்கு இல்லஸ்ட்ரேஷனோட நான் பண்ணுறேன். ஹனுமான் சாலிஸு காதில் கேட்போம். எம்எஸ்எம்மா பாடின ஹனுமான் சாலிஸு தமிழ்நாட்டில் கூட எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியும். அதுக்கு இங்கிலீஷ் ட்ரான்ஸ்லேஷன் நம்ம நெட்டில் பார்க்கலாம். பட் அது ரெண்டுத்தையும் இங்கே போட்டுட்டு அதுக்கு நான் குட்டி இல்லஸ்ட்ரேஷன்ஸ் குழந்தைங்களுக்கு இதை சொல்கிறதுக்கு பண்ணுறேன்னு ஒரு யங் கேர்ள், ஐயோ கல்யாணம் எங்கேயோ அனுப்பிச்சிட்டாங்களே, அம்மாவை விட்டுட்டு இருக்கேன்னு நினைக்காம இப்படி ஒரு கிரியேட்டிவாக மாற்றினா பாருங்க. I think this is what we talk about Shakti. So this is a lovely morning. இன்னைக்கு காலையில் அவங்க இது பண்ணது இப்படி மனக்கு அழகாக சிரிப்போட அவங்க ட்ரெஸ்லேருந்து எல்லாத்தையும் ஒரு கலைத்துவத்தோட குட்டியாக பண்ணுறாங்க. So it's a lovely morning for all of us. Thank you.
Anchal is my daughter, and as a mother I can just say that I'm feeling really proud of her, and she is actually a very self-motivated and has a lot of willpower, and that has helped her to go through making this. Thank you so much.